Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so for today's video, I wanted to do the mid-year book freakout tag because I've just been seeing everybody do it and I'm like, I want to do it. And I wanted to do it before we hit July because at that point, it's over, you know? So let's just get right into it. Also, if my hair looks weird, girl, it always looks weird, but you know, I tried. You know, the front pieces never do that little blowout thing, but anyways. First question, best book you've read so far in 2022. The fact that I can't hold this book up because I don't physically own it breaks my heart, but it was Inked in Lies by Gianna Darling. That book is so good. It's childhood friends to lovers. Oh my god, just thinking about it, it makes me like just smile. Nova is just, he just needs to be loved, and Lila has been loving him since forever. And tatted heroine, tatted hero, the hero tattoos her in the book and it is so good. The spice is so good. It is just angsty and page turning and absolutely 100% the best book that I've read so far in 2022. I don't really know what else to say about that book. That book is just so good, but it is like what, the 5th book in the Fallen MC series. I suggest reading that series in order because otherwise it'll just spoil things for yourself, but besides the point. Second question is best sequel you've read so far in 2022. This one, I was trying real hard to think of one, but the only one that I could think of that is an actual sequel, like the second one from the series, is Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. This is the best sequel that I've read so far this year because every other book that I've read so far is not a sequel. But I kept seeing like mixed reviews on this. Like some people loved it and some people were just like, no, like can't top It Happened One Summer, which I do agree with. It does not, absolutely not top It Happened One Summer. This is a friends to lovers romance and he's a turned playboy. I don't know, it's really good, but it was not my favorite from the series. Third question, new release you haven't read yet but want to. That is for sure Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. That comes out July 30th. And I'm just so ready for it. Even though I haven't read a single book from that series, like I am anticipating that release because I want to do a possible reading vlog reading the first 3 books because I want to read them before the new one comes out, but definitely that one by Anna Huang. Question 4 is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year, I would say would be Caution to the Wind by Gianna Darling, just because that is the next book in the Fallen MC series, but it has been pushed back multiple times and now there is no release date, but I'm guessing she's still dropping it this year. At least I hope so. So for sure that one. And then there's also one coming out, I think in, let me check. Oh, it's coming out in September, which is The American Roommate Experience by Elena Armas. Because listen here, the Spanish Self-Deception I really did like, and I'm just trying to read more of her work because she hasn't released anything in a minute. Now, for my biggest disappointment of the year, I've been talking about this one for a minute. It is All He'll Ever Be by Willow Winters. This is 4 books in one, okay? And I know, don't let the tabs fool you because, you know, I'm not even gonna say loving it. I was liking it at the beginning, and most of them is like new characters, character descriptions, and like when new characters come in or like plot, like that's mostly what I tabbed. I mean, I did do some tabs for like when the couple interacted and I liked what was happening. And I also tabbed down here, which they're all fucked up because when I put it back on my bookshelf, it gets smashed. But I put all these tabs down here because this book actually comes with art inside of it. Here, I'll show you. Like, this is one of them. So it has a couple pieces of art, and then up here I tabbed all the spicy scenes. This gets like maybe a 3 in spice because it's not that descriptive and it happens a lot, but sometimes they're just like a page and a half, like, you know. I really don't want to like go off on this book, but yeah, this was my biggest disappointment. I did finish it because this was a gift from my mom for my birthday. She did not know what she was buying me, first of all. I just gave her my Amazon book wish list and I told her, you know, pick a couple books from there because I wanted books for my birthday, obviously. And I had added this onto my wish list because I had seen one good review on TikTok and I was sold because it's like dark mafia romance, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna love this, like this is it, you know. And yeah, no, I did not like it, but it's okay. I did force myself to finish this despite the fact that I wanted to DNF it multiple times, because it was a gift and because it was my mom who got it for me and because it's like a $30 book, and I want to just be able to tell her like, yeah, I read it and I didn't like it. So but yeah, I wanted to DNF it after the second book, so this was my biggest disappointment. I don't even know if I want to keep this on my shelf, but it was a gift, so like I don't know what to do. So you let me know what I should do with that. Next question is, what is the biggest surprise, like the biggest book surprise this year? And for this one I had to go way back. Like I had to go back and look at all the books that I had read, and I would say the biggest surprise was the Just Him series by Talia Hibbert, just because I read the first book because I bought the Kindle bundle version that comes with 1, 2, and 3, and they're all separate books, like different couples, but they're all in the same like world. Anyways, besides the point, that is the biggest surprise for me because I rated the first book 3 stars. It was like take it or leave it, you know. And then I read the second book and I really liked the second book. I gave it 4 stars, and then I really liked the third book and I gave it 4 stars as well. And it was just a big surprise for me because I hadn't read Talia Hibbert that much. Like I think I read like Mating the Huntress or something like that by her, and that's what got me into getting into more of her books. So I picked up the Just Him series, and I was just shook because I was like, oh, maybe, because I read the first one and I was like, oh, maybe it was just like I only liked one of her books, you know, and maybe I won't like the rest of them. But I pushed through because I mean I bought all 3 of them. So then I read the second one, and the second one was just chef's kiss. I really like it. Talia Hibbert, she became one of my fave authors. Like whenever she drops something, I'm for sure to read it. I really want to get into the Brown Sisters series because I know that one's like super raved about, but I just haven't gotten the chance to. I do believe I have the first book. I don't know where I put it. I was just shook that I loved it so much. Second book is about a ballerina dancer, and she has diabetes, and she has to stop doing stop doing ballet because of her disability. And she like trains these 2 girls, and that's how she meets the hero because he's a family friend of the 2 girls and he's a writer, and just it was so good. And then the third one is about the first book's heroine's best friend. She went through some shit in the first book, and then the third book is her story, and it's a fake dating romance, which I really liked. And the guy is Greek and he speaks Greek, and you know when a guy speaks another language, it hits, you know. So yeah, that I would say that would be my biggest surprise. Favorite new author, a debut or new to me? I would have to say Helen Huang. She is a new to me author. I think this Quotient is her debut novel. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. But I did read The Bride Test as well, and I didn't love it as much as the first book, but she is a new author for me. Like I recently had just now this year read her books, so I would say for her. And I also have another one, which is Lillian Lark. I read her first book, Tangled Wires. I don't think it's her first book, but first book to me, and I really liked that one. Is like a short novella, but I really liked the concept. I liked her writing. I liked how everything flowed, and I want to read more from her. So those 2 are new to me. Next one is newest fictional crush, and I have to say Michael Larson because he is the most recent book boyfriend added to my book boyfriend list. I just can't get enough of him. Like I kind of want to like just like go through my tabs, but I already did that. Let me not. Also, I just did that and I found tabs, which I probably should take out. But yeah, you guys saw I did a whole single review on just this book, and I went through some of my tabs with you guys. He is just amazing, top tier. I loved him in this book and everything about it. I just loved it so much. He would definitely be my newest fictional crush. Next question is newest favorite character, and for me that one I would say Lila from Inked in Lies. I love that bitch. Like I just love that bitch because, you know, that book is amazing, like I said, and it's unrequited love, and you get in her head and you get her point of view, and it's just tough. You know, it's tough to love somebody and think that they don't love you back, you know. But anyways, yeah, I would say her for sure. But also Selena from Throne of Glass. I read a little bit of the second book, but I haven't dived back into it. But I did read this one not too long ago. I'm loving it. And I also read a couple novellas, so I've seen her like fight and stuff, like the battle scenes, and I for sure would say she is one of my newest favorite characters. Sarah J. Maas just does a lot of cool characters, and I would say that Selena is one of my favorites, one of my new favorites. Next question is book that made me cry, and honestly no books this year have made me cry. So leave some sad books down below in the comment section for me to read. Maybe I'll do a reading vlog of one of them or of a couple of them, depending on how much my heart can take. But yeah, I haven't cried from any books that I've read so far this year. I low-key want to though. Like I want a book to make me feel so much that I literally start bawling. So yeah, leave some recs down below. Books that made me happy is the next question, and I have a couple of those. I'm just gonna go ahead and say the first one, Inked in Lies, because we've already been talking about that one. But Inked in Lies made me happy. Dead Man Walking made me happy. Death and Famine made me happy. Those two, you guys know I rave about them all the time, but they're books that just make me so happy. I mean, some of them are dark, but like they made me happy while I was reading it because I loved them so much. And another one, Tools of Engagement. Like this book makes me so happy. One, it's a contemporary, and it's Tessa Bailey, and it's spicy, and it's Wes. Like, you know, if you know, you know. This is my favorite book of the series. This book made me so happy, and I kind of want to reread it, but you know, maybe next year. Another one that made me so happy was the A Not So Me Q by Megan Quinn. Listen, this book made me happy because this book made me crack the fuck up, because this book makes me laugh. Like I feel like Megan Quinn just makes me laugh. Like it's happy, you know, like her books make me happy. But I think I've only ever read one, so I have to say A Not So Me Q made me happy so far this year. Next question, most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received. Okay, I have a couple of them for this one, okay, because I couldn't just like choose one. Like I just couldn't. Me bringing this stack over. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. This is just stunning. I love it. Like, I don't know, maybe it might be simple for y'all, but I just love this cover, and the symbol in the front cover is also on the actual book itself. Then it is Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I mean, like, look at this cover. Usually, I have not read anything by Pam Godwin, but this one is the one that is mostly raved about and a lot of people love. And I usually don't get covers that have people on it, but this is like the cover just got me and I bought it. So I love it. Next to, I couldn't choose just one. These covers are just stunning. It is the fine print and terms and condition. These two my boyfriend actually got me, so I received these two. But come on, like these are the alternative covers, and like the alternative covers all day every day, never not gonna choose the alternative covers, but they're just stunning. I just think they're so pretty and they look so good on my shelves. Next one, I would say My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. I just love this cover. I know she had a different cover at first, but then something happened. I don't even know what happened, but something happened and she switched to a different cover designer. Like like the whole embrace, the tattoos, she's so pretty. Her hair, the pink with the, okay, this one, she's cute. Colleen Hoover, Heartbones. I just love this cover. Like, I can't stop talking about it. Like, I don't know what it is. I think it's just like the whole sunset covers with the purples and the oranges and the pinks with the whites. It just pops and is stunning. I love this cover. Lastly, I recently got this one from Half Price. Sarah J. Maas, Crescent City. I think this cover is stunning. Like, absolutely stunning. Like, her, just everything with the gold that like comes off, like it reflects, like it's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, she is hot, period. Another one that I wanted to mention that I actually don't have, I love my new covers that I'm still haven't received yet, but I'm going to receive from the Dusty Bookshop. I think that's what it's called. I will leave a link down below. I know everything is currently sold out right now, but they had a restock at the beginning of June, and I went in. I bought all the ACOTAR series covers, including the ACOSIF one and the Court of Frost and Starlight one. And then I also got the Throne of Glass series dust jackets. So those are gonna be absolutely stunning for me to put on those books. So I wanted to mention it because I recently purchased those, and those are gonna be the new covers for those books. Next and last question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? This is a tough one because my TBR is endless, and I wish I could get through a majority of the books that I want to read done this year, but I know it's not possible. For sure, the Throne of Glass series, plus the new Sarah J Maas Crescent City books as well. Those I need to finish by the end of the year. I need to read all of Sarah J Maas's backlist. I also want to read all of Colleen Hoover's backlist, like that. I need to do that this year. I need to read this because I haven't. I think this is gonna be my current read because I'm gonna buddy read it with my friend Jocelyn. Yeah, I have to finish this year. This series, I have to finish this series this year, like for sure, like for sure. I have to finish this. I have to do something with Sophie Lark. I have to start reading some of her books because I've been dying to. I need to read the Twisted series, like I said, like that's on my bookshelves. I need to read that before the year ends. I need to read my Emily Henry books. I need to finish the Devil's Night series. There's just so many, like we would be here forever. It is just so sad that I will not be alive long enough to read all the books that I want to read in the world. But yeah, that was a tough question for it being the last question because there's just so many, but specifically those are some that I for sure want to get to read this year. Also for spooky season, like in October, I want to read like Hunting and Haunting Adeline, I believe, because I've been hearing a lot of stuff with that. But yeah, those are all the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. But yeah, that is it for this mid-year book freakout tag. I actually had a lot of fun filming this video. I hope you guys liked it as well. Like I said, down below, leave some sad book recs because I want to cry. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.